Another week, another rental. Something a little different this time. We have a Genesis GV80 all-wheel drive. So this is kind of interesting because this is like a BMW 3 Series competitor, you know, something like that. 3 Series, Audi A4, something along those lines. But yeah, you know, I've driven these before. I think they're a pretty good rental car. I'll share more of my impressions as I spend the week with this thing. But this thing's really interesting because it has no sunroof. It's a 4-cylinder, but it does have all-wheel drive. So this is the lowest performing version you can get. Michelin Primacies. It's not exactly a ultra high performance tire, but yeah, I want to say these are 19s. Let's see here. Yep. 255, 35, 19. Interesting. That's a pretty aggressive tire for a rental car, but yeah, I mean, interior looks nice. Brushed aluminum, sport looking seats. Only has 2,000 miles on it. Backseat room is, well, that's sitting beside myself, and I have it pretty upright, and I'm 5'9", so I don't even want to try and get in there. That is a compromised back seat. But yeah, I'll show you guys around the interior here. Oh, doors don't exactly close with a great feeling. And I know Hyundai is trying to make the Genesis their own brand and not a Hyundai, but this thing feels like a Hyundai. Now, I've been in nicer ones, you know, more upscale versions of this car that don't immediately scream, I'm driving a Hyundai, but everything in this just feels like a Hyundai. These buttons are all Hyundai. The switch gear is loose. Yeah, nothing really feels high quality. The one thing that does is these buttons, the HVAC buttons, are actually really nice. So here, let's start it up. As we're starting it up here, I'll show you another interesting thing about this Genesis. This is the key. Nice looking key. They got the weight all wrong. It's super light. I mean, even this feels cheap. Yeah. And I thought this was really interesting. You're supposed to remove this, emergency start direction. Please remove this label. This car has 2,500 miles on it, and no one's removed that label. But yeah, no moonroof. Headroom is tight. Yeah, headroom is, let's try and get when I sit up, headroom is very tight. Couldn't imagine this thing with a sunroof. I'm not sure I'd fit. And again, I'm not huge. I don't understand that in a modern vehicle, how they don't, make the interior usable. But yeah, manual tilt wheel. This thing is a total stripper. But so this has a 2-liter turbo. I believe it has around 270 horsepower. I'll look it up, but the engine's nothing special. All-wheel drive means it's a little bit heavier, so it's definitely not going to be all that quick, but this is a little more interesting than renting an Altima or Camry or something. So, it's rear-wheel drive based, and yeah. So the HVAC controls are something I actually like. They have a good feel. Going through, it's very smooth. It's still tactile. You still feel every temperature change, but it's smooth. This is a touchscreen, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's dedicated to climate controls, which I like. It's not buried in here, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, we're going to get this set up, get my phone set up here, and let you guys know what I think of this thing for the week. GV80, little different than a Bronco Sport or F-150, but yeah, I read something a little different every week, so figured I hope you guys are enjoying seeing my takes on new vehicles. It's kind of funny because I would never buy any of the vehicles that I've reviewed. Maybe the F-150 and a regular cab short bed, but this I would never buy. A new sports sedan, there's just no point. They've all kind of been the same for the last 15 years, and I'm hoping this thing proves me wrong, but first impressions are not so great. Like I said, all the buttons feel really cheap. These shift paddles, although they're going for aluminum, are clearly plastic and are loose. I mean, it's just cheesy feeling. It just feels like a Hyundai. I mean, I know a lot of people like Hyundai Kia products, and that's fine, but this is a Hyundai. I'm in a Hyundai. I don't know what else to say. Which is okay. I mean, it's great for, commuter cars. A lot of people have really good luck with them. They like the warranty, but calling it a different brand and pretending that this is any different than a Hyundai. I mean, you can just see the material on the steering wheel and here, and it's a Hyundai. Well, I was going to show you guys the infotainment setup here, but I have to plug it in with a USB cable. I haven't rented a car that needed it to be wired in many years. Wireless CarPlay was on vehicles 5 or 6 years ago, and this is supposed to be a luxury vehicle that I need to connect the USB cable to. Yeah, I think you guys have a feeling where this review is going. This is another Bronco Sport so far. Well, I hate to cut this rental review short, but not really. I'm going back and changing cars. It does not connect to Bluetooth. It does not connect to my phone, because it needs a standard USB cable, not a USB-C cable. I'm not even kidding. I'm taking time out of my day to go back to the rental car center and get rid of this thing. That's the end of the GV80 review. Complete piece of shit.